Oh, either way, that was in stereo. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not sure if they see that or not. I don't know.
I don't think until after you click the live button, but I don't know.
Oh, let's try it one more time.
Okay, I loved it. Do it a second time.
Did you want to?
I don't care.
All right, let's try it.
There we go.
Did that
Musty Wargamers Season 9, Episode 18. Last episode of Season 9.
Well, yes, it is. And we're playing with our widgets.
Trying to figure it out, the new tech, yeah.
Yeah, to see if stuff works or not.
So did it work? We don't even know.
Howdy.
Oh, well, we'll find out.
Yeah, it's another exciting day in the annals of history.
In the musty world.
In a musty world, as we see in our musty basements.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially as you watch summer kind of wind down.
Yeah, it's like our summer was very wet. Let's just put it the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we had a wet couple of weeks, and then July was dry and August was wet.
Yeah.
So
and I didn't need it to be wet. It really messed up my week. Let's put it that way.
With the fair or something else, you mean? Yeah.
Let's just put it this way. I had 100 less cars than I normally park.
Oh my gosh, that's going to eat right into your
my
hobby money, right?
Yes, it did.
Luckily, you've got a stash.
I have a stash, yes.
So you can draw on your reserves until times get better.
That's true. That's like between Facebook Marketplace and the fair. Yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah, there you go. That's the attitude.
But Mother Nature rained down our parade, literally.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But I didn't think you guys were wet every day, though, right? No? Or what?
First 4 days of the fair, pouring rain.
Oh, okay. Because it was wet here, but I thought it wasn't. I thought it was more hit and miss over there, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was one of those things.
Is it like 2 weeks?
Inch or two of rain a day.
Is it like 2 weeks, Rusty?
10 days.
Yeah.
Okay, it's pretty good.
10 action-packed days. Everybody I know from around here went. We didn't. My wife and I didn't make it over, but
we had
it's like the largest fair in the U.S., right?
I don't know
if it's the largest, but it's one of the.
I think it is the largest. No.
Maybe
I think it's the third. Now.
In attendance numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
Either way,
Texas is biggest because it goes like
everything's bigger in Texas,
like a month or something. But I think the Minnesota State Fair is now larger for attendance wise.
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of stuff and improved it, so people are going to that one.
Okay, it didn't used to be, but anyway, it's a high quality.
Yeah,
something for everyone, type of
definitely.
Thing.
You got
this website I'm looking at, because they do mention Minnesota and Texas, but this particular one I'm looking at ranks Iowa as number 2.
Okay.
State Fair of Texas is number 1. Minnesota is 3. But
there we go.
Well, we did set supposedly a record this year for attendance, even though
least amount compared to previous years for you guys.
Well, it actually set a record for the most attendance for the year.
Oh, wow.
But we had like 6 days where they had low attendance and 4 days were really nice weather and everything.
Yeah, because when it wasn't raining, it was gorgeous weather.
Yeah.
People that went from here said, "Oh, they've never been when it was so nice." They just went for one day.
Yeah. My wife and I went on Wednesday. Obviously, I shared with you, Palmer, the Slaughter concert.
Yeah.
You went to it?
Oh yeah. Why wouldn't I go
Oh.
to a Slaughter concert?
Well, yeah, I mean, I know you're right. Silly question. I retract that.
It's 80s hair
That's
metal,
great. I
man.
didn't
It's
know.
like, you gotta go. My wife
Yeah,
was like
no,
looking
I'm
at me
well
every once in a
familiar.
while, and she was like, you know, I'm only here because you want to see them. It's like, what do you mean? It's great music. She's like, okay.
I repeat myself.
Yeah, that's funny.
So that was the exciting part of it. You know, it's like, hey.
Who else
and,
though? Was there anybody else that was worth seeing for the fair or no?
Well, we had what's his name canceled.
Didn't pay enough.
From he was a 70s, 80s crooner, Rod Stewart.
Oh, okay.
He was supposed to be here, but he canceled, and I think it was John Waite took over the show.
Okay.
So yeah, it was like bringing the stunt singer.
I liked when you had
Yeah.
Kansas. You showed me how you had Kansas there once.
Yeah, we've had
I think
Kansas.
it was recent, like in the last few years.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I would have liked to seen that.
Now I've seen 2 years ago. I seen Kansas at one of the local auditoriums.
Yeah,
that was in town. That was a pretty good show. It was a small stage. You know, you got maybe 2,000-3,000 people, but most in the.
That'd be a good way to see them, though.
Yeah. So that was a pretty good show.
That takes me back to high school for my time frame.
Yeah, definitely.
Kansas.
But I've seen. Well, we had Styx 2 years ago. Great White.
Oh yeah, do you remember that?
REO Speedwagon.
I loved REO Speedwagon back in the day.
And I've seen them. I don't know how many times. Along with I've seen Styx in its many different iterations. You know, when we had Dennis Young in it.
You saw them even when they were twigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much before they grown into a big stick, they were a little twig.
Little twig sticks.
Twig sticks. So that was some good music. Oh, and let's say I've seen Def Leppard there, Pat Benatar.
Good gravy.
Journey.
Yeah, Journey would be good.
Yeah, it was good. There's been over the years. There's been all kinds of acts on the grandstand I've seen. Oh, ZZ Top, you know, that type of thing. But sadly, the bands of our 70s and 80s are slowly fading away.
Well, and not all of them are worth seeing, admittedly.
Yeah, some of them it's like
it's okay
the
to
singers
if
can't
it's
sing
part of your
anymore.
ticket. If it's part of your ticket with your big hunk of turkey leg and your
then you go, yeah.
Then you that's good, But if you have to pay $60, $75 to see them, not always. I'm not saying all of them, but not all of them.
Yeah, when we went and seen, it was Styx and this wasn't at the fair, but it was Styx and REO Speedwagon and Loverboy. That was 2 years ago, something like that. That was like $150 a ticket, so it was kind of spendy.
Didn't they do that dual headliner ticket, Sticks and Stones, once?
It may have been.
That would be good.
That's one thing. I've never seen the Rolling Stones. I've never have.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I went to the NASCAR race there. Remember that? Was that before our last show?
Yeah.
I don't even, okay. But Dierks Bentley was there for the free concert. So I did. I know that doesn't measure up to who you've been talking about, but
yeah,
if you're a country person, it was all right.
Cool.
Oh, what's her face? Redheaded country singer.
Reba McEntire.
Yeah, Reba. I've seen Reba on the grand the stage there at the fair. A friend of mine, he got
Speaking
tickets.
of that, we
free
lost
tickets,
Dolly
and-
Parton.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, we just lost Dolly. I have seen Dolly at a county fair once, way back in the 70s, back when she was younger.
We were all younger in the 70s.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even a teenager yet. I think I might have been 11 or 12, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's cool. Remember when the 9 to 5 movie came out? That was a big deal.
Absolutely. That's a classic.
That is a classic.
9 to 5.
That was so
The
popular.
guy, you know, one of my favorites from the 80s is the guy that played the boss on that one.
Oh yeah,
He's on a lot of. He always plays like somebody you want to hate.
Who was?
yeah. It's always some business guy that you want to hate, type of thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember who the boss was.
I always know his name when I hear it, but I never know his name. But you know, he's got the mustache. You know who he is. Like,
yeah, he's got the look. What is his name?
We got the Walkabout Games just popped in. He's asking, "What are we painting?" Well,
oh hey Chris, what are we painting? I am building. Huh?
Picasso. That's what we're painting.
Chris says, "Hello, ladies and Dan."
Ladies and Dan. That's kind of.
Oh no, I've got
nice
the
compliment
longest.
to Dan.
Of all of us, I've got the longest hair, so I don't know what the criteria is.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe because we're talking about music. I don't know.
Or yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what are you guys painting?
Well, I'm building some Vikings tonight that I showed on the. I'm working on those
Facebook
and
page.
basing them, but I am going to do a little painting later.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been during my update. I'll show more of this stuff, but I've been started on my Legion Imperialis stuff.
Oh, nice.
And as soon as the fair was over this last week and the weather's been nice, all I've been doing is priming. Called me Optimus Prime.
Yep.
Which we just lost
him today,
Optimus
too.
Prime.
That's right. Yeah, he was Canadian.
Yeah.
I guess he was Optimus Prime as well as Eeyore.
Yeah.
Interesting combination, but
It's really sad.
You're right.
We lost Eeyore.
That's quite a repertoire. Yeah.
yeah.
No one loves
Yeah,
us.
I'm just painting on my Bretonian
Reliquary.
yeah, reliquary still. So that'll take a long time. What's Chris painting? Or maybe he's not painting.
Dad May Coleman, the actor, he died in 20. Oh, okay. That's right. Now that you say it.
I'm not sure I even recognize the name. I'm pretty ignorant on that.
I always know his name when I hear it, but I never remember it. But I actually have I don't know if either of you guys have seen or remember this movie, because it's not a movie you can really see anymore. But Chevy Chase had a movie called
Spies Like Us?
No, it wasn't Strange Brew, because that's a totally different movie. It was oh my gosh. He had Nell Carter was in it and Dabney Coleman was in it, but basically he was able to just like he had telekinesis, he could like move things around. He got hit by like he got hit by like radioactive stuff, and he was having like problems with his girlfriend. His girlfriend left him, and so he like went to this beach house, and like because he was doing all this like telekinesis and weird stuff. Like Nell Carter was like trying to do voodoo on him to like kind of banish it. But of course, Dabney Coleman was the guy that was like he was this famous writer, and he was always talking down to everybody. Like he was like really, and he was no different. Like he was like talking to Chevy Chase like he was a schmuck.
Yeah. God, what the heck was that movie name?
I have it in the collection over there. I actually spent a bit of coin to actually get a copy of it on physical media.
Yeah.
And I have it. I've watched it. Like whatever reason. I don't know if this happens to you guys, but sometimes things just leave me, and then I'll remember later.
Yeah,
that's called old age.
That's musty. Yeah,
it's musty stuff.
That's the musty brain lock. Like you're looking at something, and you go, "Yeah, you can see the image of it, and you go like." And you know everything that's a part of the, let's say the movie, and you're just like, what the heck is the name of the movie? You can see all the characters in it and everything.
I was just putting I have one of these miniatures where they put the sword like on the metal pill, like that the feet go on, and it's just like molded separately. So I had to cut it off and actually attach the sword to the scabbard. I'll try to look at the name here. So it was definitely Chevy Chase, but it also had Nell Carter, and I don't think there's a lot of other movies. Modern Problems, is the name of the movie, 1981.
Yes.
It was kind of like a series of skits. It was a movie, but in a lot of ways, it was kind of like when you watch it, like you saw, it almost felt like a series of skits in the way they filmed it. But it was pretty good though overall. I remember liking it as a kid and think it was funny, but it never really did very well.
Yeah, that was about the time he was trying to take advantage of Caddyshack.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean take advantage of it?
Oh, his name was kind of popular. They were putting him in movies more often because of Caddyshack's success.
Oh, but wasn't that Bill Murray?
Well, Bill Murray was in it, yeah.
Oh, they both were in it. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember Bill Murray in Caddyshack.
Chevy Chase was the golf pro.
Oh, right. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. I don't remember it very much.
I still remember that movie where the priest was out there golfing and he's like the perfect game, and all of a sudden the last hole he misses, wiped out.
Yeah, many consider that definitely a classic.
Yeah, I just watched what do you call it? Professor Rock. I've shared some of his stuff with you, Palmer. He was.
Oh yeah.
He was talking with the guy that sang that song. I'm all right.
Yeah. I know you're. That's another person I have his album actually with that song on it. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Then see once again, you're just like. I see his face. I can hear the song. What the heck is his name?
Mm-hmm.
But he was talking about how just a fluke that he got was able to do it. The soundtrack for that.
Kenny Loggins.
Kenny
Loggins he's done like so many movie songs.
Yeah.
He did the Vacation song too from the movie Vacation.
He did Top Gun.
Yep.
Top Gun. Well, he had the one where the one Vacation song was done by the one singer that's from Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'm getting that confused because he's done a ton too. Lindsey Buckingham.
Yes.
He's actually done quite a few. You're right. Both of them together, I would say, were the two top movie composer or singers like for movie soundtracks.
Writers.
Songs.
It's amazing how many songs that he wrote that were on soundtracks.
Yeah, you don't realize, or I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's funny.
Well, I suppose with 20 minutes in, maybe we should do our updates.
Yeah, we should start our updates. Maybe we might want to. If we want to get to both topics, we should streamline them. Should I start since I'm number 2 on the right here or whatever?
Yep.
Okay. I showed some miniatures, just some clips of miniatures, but I've got one here that I've just been gluing. I'm working a bit on basing. I'm going to use some epoxy sculpt and get
you out here.
Yeah,
make them bigger.
I'm going to get some of these footsore. I've got 8 of these footsore. Yeah, footsore miniature Vikings started.
Huskarl, or is he just a?
These are Huskarls. Yeah, so these are 8 Huskarls. So I'm starting with the Huskarls, and then I'm going to do some characters, and then I'm going to go to the Warriors.
Those are all metal, correct?
These are all metal. Yeah.
Who makes those?
Footsore.
Footsore.
Okay.
Yeah. I have this guy that I was working on the last show that I still need to. He's just about done now. I got his eyes painted and everything, but I need to do a little bit of
elf.
Yeah, this is an elf.
Okay.
And I have to put some washes on the plate mail and the chain mail, and maybe highlight that up, and then just really work a little bit on the base, and he's done. So he's basically done.
Good.
Very close. Yeah. So then that's kind of why I'm working on these other ones. It's like something that I can get on the go and get them primed while I finish that elf. So that's it for that. Gaming. I have posted some things on the Musty Facebook page, and I kind of showed how over the last bit I played Song of Ice and Fire. I played Great Helm just for the first time the other day, and so mainly just playing smaller games recently, quick, easy games to prepare and play. And I usually will play multiple games in one sitting that way. Drink for today is I'm drinking some Kokanee, some BC Canada Pilsner, and it should be a Pilsner, I believe. Chris will like really set me straight if not, because he's from BC. But it's like a Pilsner style, I believe. And then for when I'm done with the beer later, as the discussions get intense and very philosophical, I have some 40 Creek.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. This is my Costco size.
That is.
This is like an old Who album, you know, where they show like the beans or whatever, like like the old Who album, like where he's showing like the big thing. That's what I feel like.
Show us that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, exactly. So this is like an I've had this on the show before, but this is an Agra whiskey, and it's very much kind of tastes a bit like a bourbon in my mind. And so,
where's it from?
This would be, well, it says Niagara whiskey, so I'm assuming this is Ontario.
Okay. That's what I wondered.
I believe it is.
It's Canadian. But...
Yes. Grimby, Ontario.
Okay, cool.
Grimsby, Grimsby, Ontario.
Cool.
So it's a nice one. I do like it. So I'll look forward to a little of that later. You can minimize me, Rusty. Not that I don't like to see myself.
Starting to sweat.
I'm getting a little nervous. I feel like I'm actually like talking to myself.
You were. We all went on vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
We were out there dancing around. And...
Chris is like, hey.
That's some serious little Canadian whiskey you got there, eh?
Says he's cooking dinner and then he's back to sculpting Mexicans for French intervention in Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, that's niche, isn't it? Am I wrong? That's in there. Cool.
That's just for a 1 day game, right? You'll never go back to it again, but you'll just do all the preparation. And then we're doing the French intervention in Mexico from the 1800s.
Yes.
And that will be Thursday. And then we'll come back in 2 months and do something different.
Yeah. It was a 2-day skirmish that we're focusing on. It's really zero in. Oh, that's good. Is that all you got? Is that what are you finished, Palmer?
Yeah, sorry. That's it for me. Like those are my drinks. That's the gaming I've been doing. I haven't been, I'm actually now kind of I've been doing a little bit of painting of individual miniatures during the summer, but I'm actually kind of getting more now back into hobbying now that the summer's kind of winding down.
Yep.
Even so, I think I told you guys I've got some plans, going away and things like that, and so that'll kind of interfere a little bit. But I'm kind of these Vikings. I think I've told you guys before when I bought these last year. I bought these a year ago and to use for pillage, but I'm also looking forward to using them for pillage, Saga, because I bought everything, including dice, to play with Saga, for Great Helm, and potentially for Baron's War Crusades, which is coming out. They're playtesting it now, and so I can use these for multiple games, similar to one of our topics tonight, where we're talking about an era or period. I'm planning on having some Vikings. I've never had pure Vikings. They've always been some variant, like the Anglo-Danes, or just something that's a variant of it. I've never had just ones that were just marketed and with berserkers and actual Vikings, and so looking forward to having this force.
Are you adding to a collection, or this is going to be a unique force?
Well,
you've done Dark Age stuff, but is this different than what you've done?
Well, I've my big Dark Age stuff. My two main armies were Anglo-Danes and Scots, and so I never had
Oh,
actual
okay.
Vikings, even though I've been doing a lot of Dark Ages. So I would say that this adds to my overall Dark Age collection, but it is a new force. Yeah.
That's what I
And
wondered.
it's
Yeah.
about 50 metal miniatures. And so I think that's a really good
Yeah,
force
wow.
like that I'll have for most of the size games that I want to play. Like I'm assuming even in Baron's War, which uses more miniatures than some of the other games that I play, I can probably still get away with 50. If not, I can add a unit, or something.
Yeah. So how did you
You had
pick
15 or
footsore?
is it 50? You said
50.
50.
Five
These are
zero.
50. These are 50. I have 50 miniatures for this size.
Well, that's
I believe
more
I
than
do.
enough for most skirmish games.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
think so.
I
I
would too.
believe I do. I believe it's about 50 that I have because I got an extra 12 archers, like a unit of 12 Viking archers that are in metal. How did I choose footsore? It'd been many years ago that I saw that footsore was doing these miniatures, and I always just really, really liked them, but never bought them. Like it always just was like kind of like and what happened is when I decided that I wanted to start getting into Dark Ages again and maybe do another army and do some Vikings, I looked them up and I noticed that they even have come out with a whole nother line of Vikings in metal since these. And I actually saw that I could still buy these ones and the ones that I'd wanted from the past and that I never got, and I could still get them. And I was like really impressed that I would, even though they invested in another whole line, that I was able to still get the older line.
Do you know who sculpted them? Because isn't the new line sculpted by oh gosh, it just had his name. Paul
Hicks?
Help me. Hicks, or Paul Hicks. Did he do the new range? Did he do these?
He might have been the ones that did the new range. I don't think he did these ones, but I could be wrong. But you know what? I might look it up while we're talking about it. I actually
just curious.
Thought I looked up the sculptor when I bought them last year.
Thornhill.
It might be Rusty. That might be. I think it'd be pretty easy for me to find.
Yeah, Chris says Bill Thornhill.
Okay, he did these ones in particular. I'm actually looking at. Oh, they're on sale right now. Wow.
How much are you want to share the screen?
The Viking Skirmish Warband for Saga is for $53 Canadian or something like that. This looks to be 2 units of 8 and a leader, like the stand with a leader and like a guy with a banner. So it's 16 miniatures with a leader miniature. So, it's the metal. They're metal miniatures, and
they're
so
metal.
They're kind of expensive.
That's not cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the only other thing is, I don't doubt Chris. Like I'm sure he's probably right. He wouldn't say it unless he knew that.
Yeah, and he said Paul to do the new ones.
And it doesn't say it right on the screen here, but I will share the screen like you said, Rusty. Let me just do that.
He says Bill was the original owner. Footsore.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember that. I used to know some. Yeah, I don't know if I knew that.
You guys see it now?
Not yet. There you go. It's popping out. Yep.
Okay. So as you can see, I think I bought this, and then I bought extra characters, and I bought their shield maidens.
Okay.
And I bought like a leader. I bought their shield maidens. I bought this. I bought 12 more Vikings. And so I thought I was approaching 50. I might be like 48, 46 if you do the math. But I ended up getting like a shaman. I ended up getting... So I have this guy here that's the leader with the big base. And I also have their miniature that's sculpted that looks identical to Ragnar Lothbrok from the Vikings show. And what I'm going to do, because I have some games that you're supposed to use like a 25 millimeter base, like a regular base for your leader, not like a big Saga base. So I'm gonna have 2 leaders. I'm gonna have this for like some games, including Saga, and then I'll have like Ragnar that I'll just like throw in there as a leader, like when playing other games.
Will those pictures expand out?
Let's see.
And that's Canadian dollars, correct?
It is. So it's actually pretty good.
It's even cheaper for.
Yeah. So it's probably closer to like 53 is probably
40.
Closer to even less.
Less than 40, 30 something. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it just depends if we have to pay shipping or not.
And that's true. That you would have to do that either way, I think.
Yeah, shipping and
Yeah.
then whatever kind of extra they add on with the situation.
But they have a lot of Vikings. Like these ones that are in black here on the screen, like when you look at these
Yeah.
are all new ones, like the new line.
Okay.
But these are like, I got these, which I always thought these were really good. Let me see if I can. Oh, I just added it to a cart. I didn't want to do that.
Oh, pay now, pay now.
Oh, it looks like I'm getting more now.
Valkyries.
These are probably even larger that you can see, but these are really nice Shield Maiden miniatures. I think they're really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are sweet. They're like more like, yeah.
They're not like not like meant to be like sexy miniatures. You know what I mean? Like
they're not
like,
role playing miniatures.
Like they're kind of real.
Yeah.
I don't know. I say realistic with quotes, but they look like they would be like more like normal clothed, you know, like and
yeah, right. No.
And I like them. I think they look really good.
I like that. Yeah, I applaud that. Chris says he lives in the U.S. now with his family, right? Huh. Wow.
Oh, really?
Wonder where at. Maybe he's in Iowa. I doubt it.
Oh, I thought you meant Chris said he lives in the U.S. now.
No,
I was like,
Chris said that Bill. I'm assuming that's what he's meaning.
Okay.
Sorry, no context with that statement.
No worries. Yeah, so I don't know. That like I'll stop this screen sharing. Let's see if I can. Oh, did you do it?
Oh, we're side by side now. That's awesome. Now we're like the Brady Bunch. Oh,
yeah,
good gravy. Still
digital sculpts. Okay.
Okay.
So I wonder, is he doing digital sculpts for Footsore, other companies, or his own like Kickstarters, or what? I guess I didn't know any of that.
You know, as a company, I really like Footsore. Even still, like the miniatures they produce, like they have what do you call it? Their Test of Honor stuff that I actually really think is sculpted well, and they do a really good job. Like I think as a company, they've been consistent. Like even perhaps it sounds like they had the ownership change, but those Vikings that were in black that were new, and they say Conquest, like, you know, because I guess they were done for Conquest.
Mm-hmm.
I wondered whether they were done digitally, the sculpting for them.
Imagine a lot of them now are they make them digital and then turn around and print them off, and then
well, that's what I wondered, if he's selling like selling the files, or is he just sculpting like GW does that, right? They sculpt digitally but sell miniatures. Okay. Wargames Atlantic. Nice.
Okay, his other company, like, did new Sharp figures. Okay.
Sharp figs for, okay.
Oh,
I assume WA is Wargames Atlantic, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Boy, they are just pumping stuff out, new product, and they get their newsletter every like week or so, and man, yeah, they got something going on all the time. I don't know how they keep it up or how they afford it, but
well, I imagine if you have somebody in-house that can design those miniatures for them.
I know, but they're doing them in plastic. I mean, that is spendy.
If you have somebody that can design them and then you put them on the sprues.
Yeah.
If they're having them printed in China, that might be.
No, they're actually, and I could be wrong, but I thought they had in the UK they were actually printing them or making them. And I can't imagine they were making them in the US, but it sounded like somehow that was like two separate either production lines or two separate. Maybe they came from China because they would talk about how that was cutting their costs because they weren't having to ship, produce them in the UK and then ship them here or something. In US and UK. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Thanks, Chris. I was understanding that, but I just didn't know anybody in the US did that. We don't do stuff here. So I was surprised at that. I didn't know.
So who's doing their update next? Is it you, Dan?
Oh, mine will be very brief, like it's been, because even though it is tail end of summer, which I can feel the stuff starting to change, and I haven't done any games. I haven't done any painting. I've still been putting the big rush on my trying to wrap up my summer tractor projects, and so that's been my focus. And I actually did a milestone. I did get that 1937 Farmall F20 paint. It's disassembled, just the big stuff taken off, the hood, fuel tank, throttle assembly, the seat, the wheels, just stuff. And then I, for the first time, used an air compressor and a HVLP spray gun and used paint mixed into hardener and did the whole process and got it
sandblasted down first.
I didn't sandblast it. I don't like sandblasting around machinery. You just don't get all of that sand out of especially these older tractors. You're going to get that up in places you don't want it. It's all most of the tractor is actually cast iron. There's very little even tin work on it, and it's all. So I just used wire wheel, sandpaper, degreaser. I got it down to basically bare metal, and then two coats of primer. Yeah.
Dental floss, Q-tips,
Boy,
whatever you can do to get in there.
I got down in it. Yes, I was in it. And so
they're that big, you can get right down inside.
Right down into it. I got 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of paint, and I'm letting the paint cure out. You're supposed to let it go a week or so before you start wrenching on it gently. And so Sunday I'm hoping to get it reassembled, or mostly reassembled, because I got to get it moved back in its parking spot a little over further in the shed, because then the harvest equipment's got to go in there. So trying to get that kind of wrapped up. I won't decal it till next spring, because they say you should really let it cure for 60 days, this particular paint, before you start putting big decals on, so that all the solvent can evaporate out of the paint and it gets a good hard surface. And by the time I'm done with harvest, it's I could do it, but I'm going to be busy, I bet. So don't want to rush it, and then I can get it to my first tractor show next May.
I'm do a clear coat over top that then, or
I'm not going to do a clear coat. I just used the hardener, and it's going to be mostly stored inside. The clear coat just looked like more than I wanted to chew off, as far as whether I could get it applied correctly. It's a little more fussy, and this was my first time just even using a compressor with a paint gun. Humidity, all those things come into factor. And I did it in a machine shed that's concrete, but I mean, it's far from a clean. I swept the area out and I hosed it down with water to keep the dust down. But
you're not going to do a speckled cherry red with flames?
No, flames I might.
Speckled sparkles, and cherry and flames. Maybe even the seed with the sparkles.
Yeah, I want a color change
candy apple red.
Look at it the one way it's red and it's green the other way for John Deere. But so yeah, basically
the heresy there.
I know. I was trying to keep it responsibly affordable. Being I don't want to mess up have $500 worth of product that I didn't get put on quite the way it should. So it was a good learning experience. And then I also want it to be a tractor that, I can ride on. Kids can climb on it. If it gets a little, I don't want a complete trailer queen that I lose my mind if I come back and it's been in display and there's a little scuff on the side or something,
right.
So I wanted to look.
To do that, you're getting a certain kind of paint then, like that, just a bit more durable. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, basically, I just used. You can get into automotive paints, and I didn't want to go there. That's a whole, which I eventually might. But I went with a tractor paint with a hardener mixed in, and that hardener is a catalyst that it helps the paint. It definitely, because I've used tractor paint without hardener, and it dries much quicker, much harder, and much shinier. And then I can wax it, you can wait 60 days and you can put wax on it too. So it'll be a pretty tractor that's usable, touchable, climbable, and I'll be happy to. So that was exciting. I've been working on this particular one for every summer for 3 years. And I actually originally started it about 20 years ago, but then, life and money and time and everything got in the way, so it got kind of shoved to the corner. And so 3 years ago, this is the third summer that I've pretty well gone nonstop on it. So pretty excited about that. And then
Are you doing
Harvest
another
Wheat-
one right after this?
Yeah, because in the background I had bought another one that the motor was stuck on it. I think I sent you guys the video when I got it started the first
Oh,
time.
right.
And so
It's
I've done
alive.
more. It's alive for the first time. It ran in like at least 30 years. The guy said it had been parked in his grandpa's barn for 30 years and it wasn't running when he got it. So I've done a few more things since then to fix some leaks, and that'll probably be the one next summer. Then I won't be able to get it painted, but I'll continue on with that. I gotta redo the brakes, and it needs a bunch of seals replaced, and I'm trying to decide if it needs new piston rings. A couple things I can test to see if that's the problem. I've got the rings, I can do it, pull the head, but so that's my next project already.
What year's that one?
The second one I'm working on happens to just happen to be also a 37. I've got a 34, several 35s, several 36s, several 37s, and one 39. The 39
How many
I
do you have?
of just the F20s, I think, including a couple of parts tractors, I have 11.
Oh my gosh. You have your own museum.
It's like a classic car, but classic tractor.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of different options on the different ones, so it's kind of fun. And then I was pretty excited about this. I got one. Basically, it's on loan, but it'll be gifted to me when he passes away. And it's actually originated in a town that's about 35 minutes north of me, and I knew Denison.
Okay.
Denison, Iowa is where the old guy was from, and it was his first tractor he ever bought, and he bought it in 1948, and it's a 1939. So he bought it used, and he bought it after his team of horses that he had during a storm got struck by lightning and killed him, and so he went and bought this tractor. And on the gear shift knob, he took one of the brass harness. I don't know anything about harness, the little knobby things, whatever they're called, part of the tack. But he put that on the gear shift lever, and then it's still on there now. And he had it his whole life until he passed away and gifted it to his son. But one of the interesting things about the tractor is in the early 90s, there was an American farm tractor book that came out, a hardcover with lots of color pictures and stories. And this tractor got, I don't know, 4 or 5 pictures in it. One of them with the old guy that originally bought it. Oh. And he even tells the story in there about that.
Wow.
So the cool thing was and then the original guy that had it, he had several sons, and one of his sons ran a salvage yard near there. It was Vale, Iowa, which is close to Denison, a little further north. And I'd been up there back in the 90s looking, because he had a lot of old F20 parts and tractors. And so I went up there and tried to buy one of the tractors from him. But back then he was asking more than what I could afford. And so I just looked through them. He had tons of them just sitting out in the trees and the weeds and stuff. And so I knew him, and then he's since passed away. And now when the dad passed away, the son that I got it from has been living in Omaha, and he got it in around 2000 when his dad passed away, and it's been in his garage. And then he got it was still running, but it needed some work, so he's done some work on it in his garage. And he's in his 80s, and he didn't have any kids, and he posted on the F20 Facebook page group. There's one for the F series tractors, and I just happened to see it one Sunday. It was just random. I was going on Facebook to see something else, and that was what popped up first. And I'm like, oh, I recognize that last name, and I had a picture of an F20, and I'm like, okay. So I started reading, and he was looking for somebody he's looking for a home for his tractor where it could live, and so I'm like, oh, I'm not far from there, and I knew that I know that tractor from that book that's in it, right? And he's like, yeah. So he emailed me back, and it's like, yeah, I found a couple other guys, but you seem like the best match. And so so I drove over there and got some pictures with him of it. He gave me some stuff where it showed the date when his dad bought it and how much it was. Just other interesting family information about the tractor, a picture of his dad on it with a cultivator on it out in the cornfield. So I got all that to keep with it. And then I had him sign the book on the page where his dad is in the picture on this same tractor. And then I had him sign the fuel tank on the side too. He signed it and put the date. So it's kind of cool to have, like that be the next sort of caretaker of this like family treasure. And then I'll be able to keep all that information together. And I took pictures of him and him with me. And when I got it home, and I washed it before I parked it in the shed. And I'm hoping next summer, our county fair, I'm going to take my one that I just got painted, and I'll take his in. Because I asked him, is it okay if I take it to the fair or something? He says, yeah. He said, the only thing is, if you want to put it in a parade, I'd like to drive it. So I'm going to see if him and I can we'll have them side by side in the parade next year. So that'd be
Nice.
so I'm looking forward to that.
You ever thought about doing the Iowa Tractor Parade or tour?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And these tractors weren't originally designed to go that fast. Mine has an overdrive in it, but it really hums. Those gears are not, they're not precision gears, and they really howl. Which it's supposed to be able to do that. I'm thinking more like parades and tractor shows, and we have several local ones where they do like a threshing day thing where they have steam engines running and they'll thresh some grain, and they'll have tractors pulling old wagons around and just doing old fashioned stuff, so that's kind of thing. Maybe I might down the road, just or there's
it's not a hard no, Rusty.
It's not a hard no. But I hadn't thought about it's one that's not really super designed for it, but it'll go fast enough to keep up with them. So I never know. Never say never.
Make it over to Mount Pleasant for the Iowa Threshers?
No, there always is. I mean, they're always when I can't get away. Like August, September are like no goes for me, and I think that's when it is. August a lot of times when we're either doing a family vacation or
it's usually around
the fair, and it's end of summer stuff is trying to wrap up. So I think when I'm a little less wrapped into the farming, I'd love to go to that one in particular. There's a couple other ones in Central. That's one of the ones I'd really like to get to. Looks like it's a great show. But anyway,
I used to live over in Eastern Iowa. I used to go to it all the time.
Yep. That would be a good one. So anyway,
where are you going away this year, Dan?
Actually, we're going to Alaska. Never been.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
nice. I haven't.
Flying into Anchorage, and then my wife and youngest daughter, they're like travel agents. They love to they got all of our reservations made, and we're going to see everything from sled dog teams to glaciers to whales to moose and bear, and we got some private tours and then a pontoon plane excursion. We're going to go to Denali and see Mount Denali, and all the things and the stuff. So
nice.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's like my cousin. She lives in Alaska, and she has a sled dog. She raises sled dogs.
No way.
And she does the Iditarod.
Oh wow.
So she's been up there. They lived up there since
March
74, 75, somewhere in there.
No way.
Yeah, my uncle went up and helped build the Alaskan pipeline.
Oh, yep. Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah. So
I always wanted to go up and see Richard Prenike's cabin, or Dick Prenike, whatever.
Yeah.
He's the one that went up there, in the 60s, and just went up there, built his own cabin, and lived by himself I always thought, man, I would have loved to have done that back in the day when I was younger and single. And
it's a hard life, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, enough on tractors, but that's been my exciting thing, and that trying to kind of wrap that up before harvest. And then when harvest is over, then this will be my thing. Be back to doing this full time again, painting, and get all excited about doing that because it's something I haven't done for a little while.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah. That's me.
Well, Rusty?
Mine update since the last show was the Iowa State Fair. Did all that. That was busy. So that got done on Sunday, and the last 2 days had been, Monday, Tuesday was cleaning up the yard, putting everything away with that. And then yesterday was actually had an appointment, and then today I had another appointment, had injection shots in my back. So I'm very uncomfortable right now.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, let's just take this needle that looks like this and right into your spinal cord and inject you full of liquid hot magma.
It's supposed to make it better, though, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to, but when you're sitting there going, ah!
Yeah.
And it's like the one guy who's male nurse, he goes like, you ever had this done before? And I mean, have liquid hot magma injected into your spine? He goes, well, I've never heard it expressed that way, but yeah, you're right. Like, congratulations.
So have you had it done before?
Oh God, yes. I've probably.
You mean? It's one of those. What's it called? What kind of shot?
It's a steroidal injection shot.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was thinking.
It's a combination of steroids and cortisone.
Okay. Cortisone is what I actually was thinking of.
Yeah.
That's what I wondered.
So it's a cocktail of the two. The cortisone kills the pain for a while, and the steroid
Let's take down the
inflammation.
Yeah.
Because right now I got the inflammation is pressing on everything, and the best way I can explain how I feel right now is take a 110 electrical outlet, plug it in, and then have one part of the cord stuck on your upper back and then one on your toes, and then just feeling the electricity go through your leg.
Sounds like when you grab an electric wire of the, like
exactly, that's how it feels.
Wire, and everything freaking tenses up.
Yeah, exactly how it feels.
I hate that. Is the worst. It's exhausting.
Yeah. So I haven't been getting much sleep here since May. I was supposed to go up and see Palmer, but
riding a motorcycle across the country wasn't probably going to happen.
That's probably the cure. You probably just need to hop on the hog and get out there on the open road.
Get on the Tigray and go. On Monday I did take the Tiger out. So
nice.
Oh, wow.
Like, I've been locked up for 10 days on my property. Haven't gone anywhere. I wanted to go someplace. I just took it for a little short ride for a while. And said,
have you ridden it this year?
I rode it back in April and May.
Okay.
And because I was telling Palmer, I needed to get in shape for the trip. We were planning on doing this trip in June.
Mm.
And I was like, then my back blew out in May. And it's like, well, that blows that idea. So,
no.
Yeah.
No, other than that, and then today I all week I've been sitting down and priming everything. As I said, called me Optimus Prime. I've got all my leads, and you see a big stack of it right there.
Yep.
All primed up now. And yesterday and today I was going through and because I primed them in gray. And then I I make my own wash of, where did they put them? It's a black, be like apple barrel, black paint.
Yep.
You get at Walmart.
Yep.
I mix it with water and I make a wash out of it. And I just take that gray paint and put that, it makes a great primer.
Just water, huh?
Yeah, just water. And it gets into the cracks and crevices. And it's like a glazing it.
Yeah, sometimes they say isn't you're supposed to put a drop of dish soap or something in it or something to make it really work? I don't know.
Well, I've never had an issue with this stuff. It adheres pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of gives it the stain.
Let me single it out here. I'm doing the same concept as like all my dystopian war models, where you can see it here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
That looks good.
Yeah, I'm doing the same effect as I do with when I was painting dystopian models, because there's enough detail on these things that you get all the cracks and crevices. You get a nice contrast with it.
Yeah, there's lots of detail, deep detail.
And it's like here's a basilisk artillery piece.
Man, that's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah,
nice little models, huh?
Yeah, they're nice little plastic models. Not expensive, but
is there a bunch of assembly on those little things or not really?
Oh God, we're talking Games Workshop over.
Oh, sure, overly complicated.
Yeah, it's like when you're used to models in the late 80s and 90s where it's like maybe one or two pieces and glue them together and call it
That's
good.
what I was picturing. Yeah.
No, it's like 20 pieces or more to make this one.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
We're talking over engineered. Yeah,
Yeah, I would think
stuff
5.
moves. You know, it's
Right.
like
That's
obviously
cool.
if you don't glue it together, all the turrets and stuff move on them.
Right.
But in some ways, I look at it and like, well, that's over
Yeah, just too
complicating things.
Right.
So if you're an 8-year-old, you look at it and go,
Yeah.
ooh. And there are times when I'm a old pro at doing this, and I'm like, God, this is just too much. It's like, come on, guys, make them simpler.
Yeah, I suppose you can get more variety in models because you can, if you did glue the turrets and things, you can glue them different positions maybe. But
like you look at this. This is a Bane blade. It's Bane blade here.
okay, yeah.
And it's like, it does, the turret comes off, but
Sure,
like you look at the turret is like 4 or 5 pieces just to put the
good gravy
to make the turret itself. And then you're talking, I don't know how many pieces go into just making the dang model. You just keep gluing stuff together. It's like,
wouldn't have guessed that. I didn't know.
no. And I think, remember the old days, it's like when you would buy a epic scale Bane blade. Okay, it comes in a couple pieces and you glue it together with some super glue.
Yeah, that's what I would have guessed. So does it give you more customization? Are there lots of pieces you're not using depending on what you arm them with and stuff? Or not really?
Well, the customization is, what do you want for the
Main gun?
The side sponsons on the side. Do I want bolters, or do I want auto cannons, or do I want multi-laser type stuff?
That's kind of cool, that part.
And then you have the main gun. You have a choice of 2 main guns.
Okay. So you do have extra parts left over.
Yeah, each kit comes with two, like 2 to 3 different options for how you want to build it out. But
how do you know how do you know how you're going to build it? Like how you want to play it? Is that hard? Are you just guessing or what?
Well, each unit in the game, that's one thing I looked at. Is like, okay, a unit can be a unit of up to 3 models with the super heavy tanks. You can have up to 12, let's say, with the Lehman Russ tanks, little guys. You can have up to 12 of them, and they come in boxes of 8.
Okay.
So I just looked at it and go, okay, I'm going to build 4 this way and 4 that way. And I had 2 boxes. So basically I got just 8 of each.
Yeah. Just work the numbers. Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, when you point them out, you can build them for this many points for this, or this many points for that. And it's like, give me options.
Yep.
And then this kit, these came in. Oh, I just realized I didn't finish painting this one. Because I got one size dark yet. Okay. Oops. Oh, yeah, now I know. It's like dinner came and I stopped. That's why. All right. The big thing with these is that you could have a big giant Vanquisher cannon on the front, or you could have a battle cannon, or it's like there's 3 different options when it comes to the turret on the front, what you could put on the front for the little sponsons and stuff. So it was like one of those things where you're looking at it, go, oh, okay, I want to build it this way, or do I want to build that way? And it's like, but you can have up to 3 models in the unit. So I just built them like they're all 3 going to be this way and 3 this way.
Okay. I didn't know if it'd be a thing where like, oh, this one weapon isn't any good like that, and so now you'll never use them, or.
Well, it comes down to some weapons are longer ranges and some are short ranges. The shorter range stuff is hard hitting.
Okay.
You can hit with them easier and they hit hard.
But you got to get them close.
It's the same thing like with Titanicus, Adeptus Titanicus, for the big walkers,
Mm.
where some of the weapons are short range and you can hit with a lot of times, and
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing. And you just got to figure out how do you want to,
How you want to use them?
whatever role it is. Do you want to
Yeah.
use them for clearing out infantry, or do you want to use them to clear out other vehicles?
Yeah, it's like choice between a rifle, submachine gun, or a 30 cal, right?
Exactly.
How are you using it?
Do I want that 75 on the Sherman, or do I want the 76?
Yes.
So it's like, do I want some punching power, and I want some infantry killing power?
Yep. And then I suppose managing points maybe is part of that.
Yeah,
equation as
and
well.
with the numbers I have, I'm able to give myself a lot of options.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
one of those things where if I want to go have, let's say, a 3,000 point game, it's okay. I can go with the cheaper guys and go that route.
Yeah.
But for tonight's drink, it's already 10 o'clock. Going with Glenlivet
Nice.
Caribbean Reserve.
Mm.
It's Glenlivet that's been put into rum casks.
Oh, nice. That sounds good.
So it's very tasty. So if you're a big fan of rum like me,
Me.
and you're a big fan of scotch like me, combine them together.
Okay. Maybe that'll make. I don't really know much about Scotch, so I couldn't say.
Well, I know you kind of like that Irish whiskey stuff.
I do like it, but it's triple distilled though. It doesn't get smoother than that.
Well,
That's
you get
easy.
some of the
Easy
the
liking.
stuff up in the northern part of Scotland. It's very similar.
Okay. Good to know.
Glenlivet is very similar to.
Okay. But Jameson is so affordable. At my Costco, I can get the big jug for like $35.
Exactly.
I'm like, wow, this is. But it's only
I
there.
have probably a couple cases of Jameson,
Mm,
and it's I probably have 12, 15 bottles of Jameson just sitting in the under the cupboard
in the
Anyway.
reserve spot,
Yes.
Yeah.
ready
For
to
when
be called up.
You take out the pirate ship. You could use that.
Aye, there we go. Oh, it smells so good.
Is it like an oak case?
Mm-hmm.
It should be an aged oak case with a big brass. Yeah,
That's pretty much my update.
cool.
All right, so let's get on with
topic.
the topic. Oh, we got a couple comics coming in here. Obviously, we got You'll Never See Hudson and Tony Do Anything in China, which I don't blame them because, yes, things are cheaper, but it can be a problem. Lost Heresy Miniatures on MMF is Bill's stuff.
Oh, okay. MMF. Help me with that.
That's a good question.
Is it it's one of those where you buy the files?
Yeah, it could be.
Miniature something factory miniature. I don't know. I'm blanking. I'm an idiot. Help us, Chris.
Multi-miniature factory. I don't know.
Aqualith Media sounds like a new person. Have they been on the show before?
Yeah, I just saw it. Just popped.
Yeah, I just hopped in here. Sounds tasty, and good evening, fellas.
Yeah, evening.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
My mini factory. There we go.
Oh, thank you. I was gonna say it's one of those print, where you buy the files. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. Have to. Been here before. It's been a while though. Okay.
Okay. Apologies.
Yeah, it's
I don't know,
been, a couple years. Popped in.
Of course,
Yeah, we didn't do any updates lately to say that we're doing a show. We just kind of popped in.
Yeah. Maybe he's watched and not commented too, so
Yeah, that could be.
that's fair.
MMF, My Mini Factory. There we go.
Rusty, do you want to introduce or actually, Dan, do you want to introduce the first topic since I think you came up with it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly, to make it. I mean, I remember what it was, but to make it concise.
Exactly. Well, it's okay. I think it was fairly general. It just
Yeah,
right?
it was just Well, I was thinking, kind of rules either that you've played, aware of, or see on the horizon or excited about or whatever, from kind of the Musket
discussing
era.
different rules from the
Musket
Yeah,
era war games that
yeah,
inspire you or you think you might want to play.
rules that you're interested in, and not like necessarily like bashing any rule sets or anything, but just like why you like maybe a certain one or one that you see, because I know it's always, it hurts me a little bit because basically since May I've been a little bit out of the miniature. All my focus goes to my other hobby in the summertime, but I do, on the periphery, I do see there's quite a few different things, kind of coming out, large and small rule sets, and I kind of thought, that's a period that all three of us have, been active in at some point, and
Yeah,
so
we got our toes in the old musketry eras.
yeah.
Is there
yeah.
one that recently it's come out that's inspired you to think about getting into?
I was trying to think, because there was one, and that's what I was going to try to take some time to actually review some of that, which I did not. But well, a couple. I know. I guess I get looking up in my miniature cabinet upstairs, and I've got in particular, American War of Independence, and then behind me I've got which is 28 mil, and then I've got my 15 mil American Civil War behind me, and so I get thinking about different rule sets, and I know we're talking about using Fire and Fury for 15 mil ACW, and then there's Fields of Fire, which I know wasn't that Fields of Fire done by oh gosh, I had his name, and I think it's back here where I can't quite reach the rule book.
Fields of Fire.
Yeah, here I gotta hang on just one second. Sorry.
Yeah, let's go grab it. Now that we got both of you gone, hey, howdy everybody! I'm gonna go hop on here to comment. To be sitting at my computer to chat during a live stream is a bit rare these days. I'm currently renovating my basement, looking forward to the space to finally busting out some mini painting again.
Yeah, I was wrong.
That's something I need to do, is clean my basement a little bit more before the weather starts getting cold and the plant room regrows over here.
Oh yeah, your plant room, you got it like a jungle down there in the wintertime.
Yeah, it's like all my lemon trees and hibiscus and all my succulents got to come in the house.
This is the rule I was thinking.
Oh yeah, Across the Deadly Field,
which is John Hill, which also did Johnny Reb.
Yeah, I got those set of rules.
Are very well respected, and these, I got these like dirt cheap, and they're not that ancient either, right? Because I was thinking,
no, they're not.
Yeah, copyright is 2014.
I picked them up at Gen Con on sale for like $3 a rule book.
Yeah, I got this one like it wasn't Amazon, but maybe it was even just eBay, but it was literally with shipping. It was less than $10, and it is a heavy duty hardcover book, not god awful thick, but I mean, what is it, 140 some pages, and it's beautiful.
There's what, 3 or 4 books in that series.
Yeah, sorry, I can't see anything, but yeah, and there's then they have, isn't the one that's Osprey Publishing, which their quality is high, but they have don't they have like the Eastern and Western campaigns?
Yes, there's the different campaign. They've got the campaign books.
Yes,
for each theater, and then you got the main rule book.
Which one was that, Dan? I stepped away for a second to get my books.
Across the Deadly Field by John Hill. He did Johnny Reb.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so he's a big name. And I was trying to think if he also did he do any Hex and Counter games also, John Hill?
Yes. There's
trying to remember. I don't think it says
which one he did. You probably could look it up.
But I mean, he's been around forever, for decades. It even talks here in the opening monologue here. But But it looks great. I just know it's so cheap because see, that's what Chris said. He did Hex games, but they don't get, and I don't remember the reasons. And again, I'm not trying to judge them or anything, but I know they didn't get. I don't know if people didn't like if they thought they were overly complex or there was something that in general they didn't catch on somehow, and so I'm not really exactly sure what the problem was there, but yeah, we were going to do Fire and Fury, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that seems to be, when you just start searching ACW rules, and it's not a new rule set, but they're like, I would say 3 out of 4 people will mention that or have high regard for that, particularly in the 15 type 10 or 15 mil. They're for large battles, but it's a beautiful book as well.
Yeah, those rule books are. I think there's 4 in the series.
Yes. Yep.
I almost grabbed them off the shelf today to look at.
And I also have, of course, Black Powder would be a system I wouldn't mind trying. Seems like it's better suited to 28 mil, but this book is worth having anyway. By Warlord Games. I mean, it's just full of eye candy and just general information about the armies. I mean, Warlord Games does a great job with their source books. I mean, I think that's.
Did you ever get the American War of Independence version?
Yeah, I got it right here. Rebellion.
Yeah.
Yep. Also.
That was inspirational for when we were painting our miniatures.
Same here. I mean, just the pictures are awesome. And they usually credit who did the miniatures and it'll specify what unit they are. So I've used it for painting. And this is a page I've got marked in here. It's a list of British regiments and it's a whole 2-page thing. And it shows all of the British regiments that were in the Americas. And it shows, I just lost my page, but it tells, it'll say like the 10th, regiment, and it tells what their facing color was, the period of service. So here it says 1774 to 1778, and then it all the major battles, and it check marks the columns that they were present at. So I mean, just as a resource, if you never played Black Powder, both the Glory, and then there's scenario ideas and things too, and like army list type things. So I mean, those are so worth buying for either one of those 2 periods for sure. And for me, I've been a little bit. I have played, which here it is, the Muskets and Tomahawks. Boop.
Yeah. Did you play that one?
I have not. This one is still in the shrink,
but
I literally got it when it came out.
Yeah.
And I got it along.
You played the original, right?
I played the original, and then I got this when it
came
out too, which is Redcoats and Tomahawks.
Yeah.
And so Mark and I were always going to do that. But last time we played quite a few games over a couple of summers of the original brown covered soft cover book.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that rule set too, just for smaller games, but the stories are so fun.
It's narrative.
Yeah, it's very, very, very narrative. And it had the different mechanics too with the card draw and the as far as which units activate, which is a whole interesting thing. And then you can even get into where the way you build your army list is you can we started getting into it a little deeper like that. Like, is it better to have bigger units or more smaller units so you can more likely get more things activated? And it was just, it was a whole different type of game, which is, I think, one of the intriguing things about that, besides the fact that it's so narrative. It's kind of unique. Got some comments. Before we got too far back. I want to bring those up.
Give me a second.
Just so while we're still on the subject and we don't try to remember what people were talking about.
Yeah, good. The cover, the art on that book.
And I don't know which one he means. If it's the Field on Fire. Yeah, it is a great cover. It's beautiful art, beautiful photography throughout. It's just a great.
I was sent Kepi and Bayonet supplement for Muskets and Tomahawks. Looking forward to it. Yeah, that would be. I've seen that one.
Yes, I've seen that too, and I think that would be really fun because there were a lot of skirmishes and small actions and things that it would be well suited to.
Yeah, especially out west. The farther west you had, more skirmishes you had.
Yep. And even outside of the main combat, the main battles, there was all kinds of little skirmish interactions and raids and supply runs and
get into the Shenandoah Valley where you had a lot of raiding going on. Where
I see Chris says that he did advanced squad leader. That's what I wanted to say, but I'm not. My head is not in the board game space right now, and I was thinking that that John Hill did the squad leader series. Yeah.
Off the campaign books from Warlord are amazing.
Yeah, they are just all good. I've not seen a bad one. The rule books are good too in that sense, regardless of the rules set. There's lots of history in it, lots of good pictures, lots of good information on battles and the army structure and the history.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I was trying to find my mute button here. Oh, it's the mute mic. I did that.
Well, you found it after the fact. You're good.
That's right. It's usually I got to be a little quicker. Well, they usually come in. They usually, just like the set, they come in twos.
Mine is your threes.
Yeah, mine are always twos. I wait for my wife to have the second one before I say bless you. No point in saying it twice.
Yeah.
Which book did he want? Did you want him to open up?
The Muskets and Tomahawks. He's right. I can't believe that. Mark and I both got it because we were all into Muskets and Tomahawks, and we both ordered it. And I think we got the counter set that came with it. The markers, and then we kind of had moved on to bolt action full way. So we just have not. But we'll come back to it. We both have the miniatures still. So, and then this next comment we'll bring up, and we can bring you guys into it, and I'll shut up. Because this is how I found Palmer as well. It's through your Muskets and Tomahawks stuff. So
I was back in another time period back then.
Yeah, I have to say I found Palmer before Muskets and Tomahawks.
Yeah, that's true. It was that Eldar and the Warhammer, I would say. But like, you want me to do a little show and tell? I grabbed some stuff too.
Yep.
And say for you, it was Eldar and your the bolt action.
Oh, okay. Yep. Could be. Yeah. Well, I did do bolt action for a bit first, I think, after Warhammer, but the real serious game I got into, like, for my wargaming after Warhammer was Musket and Tomahawks. Like, that's, I think, the one where I kind of went the most in. And so,
there it is. Yep.
The original book, the first edition. This book is interesting because, in my opinion, it has quite a bit more flavor in it than the second edition, but it also is not written as well, and produced as well as the second edition. I mean, there's so much more in here than that second edition, but there's also lots of French translation kind of little things that you have to
awkwardness
look at, and it's part of it. Which in some ways, this would be like the one book where it's almost a little endearing, because.
Yes, you are correct. I agree.
like most of the time when it's like a translation issue, it kind of screams unprofessional for me, like when I'm looking at something. But because this is like the French Indian War, it almost is like it's interesting. But I love this game. Like I absolutely loved it and have gotten so much out of it. It actually is like got the white wearing away of like the color on it, which almost like leather, but it's not. It's like just paper. But the thing is that after this book, the next time I did a French Indian War style game was Sharp Practice, and I actually really like Sharp Practice. Like I find that it's a lot clunkier. It's slower for me, at least, than Musket and Tomahawks. It's a little bit more miniatures, But if you want to settle into a game and you don't mind clunky, and I know like Rusty being in the room, like Rusty can appreciate a clunky game. If you don't mind a little crunchy, then
chips with your game.
Yeah, exactly. I like it because the focus on shock and not just kills.
Yep.
Like, as I remember it, because it's been so long since I played Musket and Tomahawks, the morale table is sort of like one of the key tables in Musket and Tomahawks. Once you're fighting, you just you don't want your guys to run. Like, and it's just rolling on the morale table, triggering that morale table. But in this one, it's all about shock. Like you can get kills, but really it's about breaking the morale, and it's done through accumulation of shock. And I found this to be very interesting in the way that you kind of experienced battle through the war game. You don't really experience battle, of course, but it's like the way you experience that simulation of a game, and also the focus on leaders is much more on this. It's all about your big men, because it's a two fat lardies game. So they have that mechanic built into many of their systems. And I think it's great. I love it. It's a very different game. It's if you're up for a bit of a lighter narrative storytelling generating game, then Musket and Tomahawks I think is the one to go with. If you're wanting to experience a slightly bigger kind of battle and your leaders and like the way morale works with your troops, then it would be this. Of course I did I did actually read them and review them, and they're out of the wrap, but I've never played like Dan. I've never played this, and so for whatever reason, whether it was just gaming group not getting into it or whatever, I have a friend that has this too that wants to try it out. And so I may actually pull it out. And my understanding is the card, like they actually introduced the card mechanic differently in this version. You actually have a hand that you can then manipulate and even manipulate your opponent's hand.
Yeah.
It's not just a random draw on a deck. And so I think that basically this game would be nice to try just to see how they've maybe streamlined it. I suspect they might have a little bit. And then also how they do this different card mechanic. So that would be interesting to try. But really, it was because of you guys and the fact that somebody was selling this used in Alberta. I was up in Edmonton visiting my my daughter at university. I was grabbing it for a holiday. I was doing something, and I oftentimes will look at Facebook Marketplace to see what people are selling. And I found this.
Yeah.
It looks familiar.
We all got
so
that.
I've never played it, but I got it because of you guys. And I figured like it's within my era, right? Like, I have the miniatures for it, so why not? So it may be something that I'll look at one day. But to be honest, one of the things that I also, there wouldn't be a show that would go by recently that I wouldn't talk about Bill, Landsknecht, our friend that comes on the show. And
Sean.
Bill actually, I'm just making sure that he's watching. Just kidding, because he actually jumped in to verify that he watched the show last time when I shouted him out. But he, because he likes this period too, and he plays games within this period. And he played Rebels and Patriots, wargaming rules for North America colonies to Civil War. And I don't have that book, but it's a blue book, and I kind of thought I should get that just because it's just easy enough, right? Like it's
they're a very light series of games. I have not played that one, but
yeah. So I thought maybe, what? I don't know, Jankmaster. He's asking what he's pulling out. I don't know what the reference is to that. I don't know what he's talking about.
Right.
Or
you're probably talking.
You were searching around for your rule book, and he's probably wondering what you're going to reveal. It was
okay, yeah.
What's he pulling out? We don't want to know.
Drum roll, please.
Anyways, those are the ones. Those are to my knowledge, those are the only Musket era games that I have.
Okay.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's all you have?
It's not that many, actually, I guess. But
say Bill's name 3 times and he will show up, Chris says.
Man,
he's going to start getting
he'll pull over the big tractor trailer and say, I'm here.
Here's your ringage. We got a big 10-4 there, little buddy.
He's going to be like getting nervous Like, I don't know how to feel about this. Anyways.
Yeah.
You can minimize me, Rusty. I'm good.
Oh, we're gonna leave it there all night, making her dance there, monkey boy. All right. Yeah, it gave me time to clean my brush.
How dirty was it?
Well, I dry brushed, wet brush, dry brush, however you want to call it. Dry, wet brush.
Okay.
4 Basilisk tanks in the time that you guys did your little update. So these little guys got them all covered.
Look at you
Nice.
go. Okay.
Hey, when I want to paint fast, I can paint fast.
I will never say that's not a fact.
Yeah.
Ever.
When I get into the mood, I just go.
You do. You're a goer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the time
see.
it took my wife to go over and get McDonald's for dinner tonight because I was not in the mood and I got hurt too much.
Boy, she's the one lucky lady.
Yeah.
McDonald's. Not even Burger King. Oh my.
Well, she had to stop at Hy-Vee to pick up some cheese.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah. It's like, all right, let's go through some comments. The translations were fun.
Yeah,
is
and
that
Muskets and
for Musket and
Tomahawks.
Tomahawks?
Yeah, I saw that pop up. Yeah.
Yeah, it was originally what, French?
Yeah, it's a French company. Yeah.
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 Studio Tomahawk.
Studio Tomahawk.
Yeah. Had a hard time teaching Sharps practice. It is, in some ways, I found that when I was reading the Sharps practice, I spent a lot of time watching their videos and stuff.
Yeah, the videos help.
help.
Do you think it's the way the rules are written, or just because there's some really unique concepts that they use?
I'd say it's
different.
unique. It's
Yeah, that's what I would say too.
It's one of those games that it has stuff in it you don't usually see. That's why
Yes.
you have to sit there and wrap your brain around it.
Yep.
And once again, what's he
Wondering what you
pulling
were
up?
pulling out when you were searching for your book. And then, he says the new card rules are good for
Good.
Muskets and Tomahawks.
Well,
Yeah.
I look forward to trying it then.
That's what, second edition of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't picked up the new edition of it. Say Bill's name 3 times and he'll show up. He'll pull off on the side of the road and say, I'm here.
I'm here. What do you need?
Bill is the guy who paints the Persians.
I'm trying to remember.
No, he does a lot.
He's thinking of Tim. He's thinking of
That's
Tim.
him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he's thinking.
That's
You're
kind of
right.
my next comment. I wrote in there. You know.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill does a lot of westerns and odd.
A lot
He
of
did a lot of
skirmish
Japanese
games.
too. He did some Japanese.
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah.
A lot of
Samurai
skirmish games and fancy skirmish tables and things. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it had something with a vampire in it, it might be showing up a lot of times. He what was the name of the game that was the western game that had vampires in it?
Oh yeah.
That was a game that him and his wife used to play
Dracula's
a lot.
America or something.
Yeah. Is that
I
it?
think that's it.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
That's what I was thinking.
And that's Tim we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're talking about Bill Bouchon.
The other Tim. The other Bill.
Yep. And a bit off topic, but on the hard to teach topic,
Oh yeah.
some things are, he says 40K 11th edition is a rabbit hole. I gave up on that.
Yeah. I haven't even looked at it.
When they went to 8th edition, I did not like it, and it just gone downhill from there. It's kind of like, I'd say 40K now is, I call it Sigmarine, because it's Age of Sigmar, but as 40K.
Right.
And I think that, in all fairness, I haven't kept up with it, but I think that probably it's changed from edition to edition. They probably have continued to change it, and I do think that there are people that felt that way for sure in 8th edition. Like, I don't know enough about it now to even comment on it.
If we ever have
I haven't looked at it.
I want
It was
Chris
that
on my
way.
trivia team.
Well, I think 11th edition has gone a slightly new tangent, but it still has the roots of Age of Sigmar in it. Dracula, it's like I always wanted a game called Lincoln Vampire Hunter. You ever watch that movie?
I haven't.
What's it called? What's it? Was it? I was reading the comments. Sorry.
It was Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
No,
Oh, I've heard of it, but I have not
I
seen
haven't
it.
even heard of it.
Lincoln is, before he becomes president, he is a vampire hunter.
Oh,
So
I always heard that. No.
Do you think that once you knew they were vampires and you hunted them, that you wouldn't feel like you would like move on from that? You just stick with it until it actually killed you off.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
The
they won't, 'cause
Witcher.
you're-
You got to be like the Witcher. Yeah,
yes.
that's just your job.
Or Supernatural, the show Supernatural, Winchester Boys,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
hunting vampires. Wardrobe made me spend money. Yes. Don't bother trying to get a game where I can. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Great Helm. Yeah, that's and looking into
Yeah.
Relic Raid and a game
I saw some
called
buzz.
Cauldron. I've never heard of Cauldron.
Me neither, but I've heard of Great Helm, and
Yeah.
sounds there's some interest for sure.
There was talk about playing Great Helm at the local game shop over here, and then I haven't seen much from it. And
and so I just played that this weekend for the first time, and I know that this is almost going into our next topic before we finish this one, but I actually really enjoyed it. We didn't play with terrain and things, so the board was kind of plain. It was just sort of get the mechanics down, but it's really quick. But it's fun. It's kind of reminded me of Saga a bit because there's some things you need to do with the dice to determine what actions you get. But it's actually kind of fast and streamlined, and you only need we played with 6 miniatures. You don't need a lot of miniatures, and so it was just a lot of fun, and it's just like kind of like a strategy game as to how you use your activations, the different types you have, and to win. And it was really neat. And you know what I kind of thought? I thought I would, and people I guess have done this already, because when I was telling my friend Mark about it and he was already looked into it, I had said I would love to do like gladiators with this, because it's in a small area. You could have like teams of gladiators, like in the Roman arena, like pit, and it would just totally make sense for this game. Like, because you can use different types of miniatures for this game. It doesn't have to be like Dark Ages like we did. It can be other things. And it's not like period specific. I mean, granted, you're not using like machine guns, like it's guys with like, armor and different types of armor and weapons, but you can easily do like gladiators. And to me, the visual of that would just be so cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Anyways. But yeah. Rusty, I don't know if you're going to do the pulling out of the rules, or if you.
I will be in a second.
Okay.
Finish up these next 3 set.
Yeah.
I ordered a new No Easy Ground World War II rules. I haven't heard of those.
Me neither. Again, I'm just so much out of the loop through the summer here that I've lost track. I'll catch up on that. I'll be going crazy through the winter.
It reminds me of War Cry.
He's talking about Great Helm. Yep.
Yeah.
And
the dice mechanics are very similar.
Oh, that's cool. Because I've never played War Cry. I've had friends that have played, and I've heard good things about it, actually.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about that game.
It's Iron Cross did that. Okay.
Okay.
I do know about them. They've had, Sorry, we'll let Rusty go. That's a rewrite. Okay.
It's It's Iron Cross.
I remember that's an old game. It's popular, and I have watched a couple playthroughs years ago on it on YouTube.
I might have the Iron Cross in the back room.
I feel like
I got tons of rules. They just stuff that pick up along the way and just never use.
Lay some Musket era rule sets on us, buddy.
Okay, I can do that.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, you could have a Musket era war game rules without going to pirates.
Oh, that's fringe. I like it though. I like it.
Which brings up an interesting thing, Tink, is that MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, they actually have a thing where they qualify people to become actual pirates. They have a little class where they teach them and then about the.
But like, do you actually have to like like raid some ships and kill some people in
Well,
order to get
not
it?
yet, but that they do get everybody trained up on how to be a pirate from that era. So, in that honor, we got
Yes.
Blood and Plunder from Firelock
Yep.
Games.
Yeah, good call.
And there's an obvious reason I bring it up because
You've got some.
'Cause
You've got
your
some
miniatures are in
artwork
there.
in there.
yeah. Let's just see.
See if they're up to snuff.
You mean you don't have a bookmark in there, Rusty? Like I'm pretty sure you would have.
It's the page that's all wrinkled from opening
you
to it.
look on the cover over here. It's like names of artists in here. It's like, hey, that's my name.
That's pretty cool.
And it's like all you have to do is kind of look at the back cover, and
Got some of your work.
there's my work.
Very cool game.
In
I've
case
never
nobody
played.
knows it, but I know the guys that made the game, so personally know them. I did commission work for them for years, and they was like, "Would you really willing to paint something for us?" I was like, "Yeah, honestly, but you need to basically do a non-disclosure thing, saying you won't release anything, pictures or anything until the time rolls around."
Until they want to do it, yeah.
So and it's like, yeah, and then you bring forth the holy English.
Nice.
Wow.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So-
that's pretty cool. That's cool.
I love the miniatures. Obviously, it's like how long it took me a year to paint some of them because they just sat on my table.
Rusty, are you going to put that book in your coffin with you, kind of like the old Egyptian sarcophagi? Like like you're going to like
take
have
it
that
with me?
on your chest with your hands with fingers interlinked over the book.
I have his 2 pointer fingers pointing to the picture.
No, but you actually your fingers will be interlinked and gripped in a death claw over the book, like
that.
together.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll have to throw my other rule books that I wrote too in with it.
And then put a curse on it if somebody touches it, right?
You shall not pass. These things will not pass my fingers. But yeah, I love the game. Is that the mechanics of it are pretty interesting. It's a skirmish game system, but it uses you don't use the D6 typically, and it uses a fatigue system with it, which a lot of game systems don't use that. It's like typically you just beat the heck out of each other, until they are dead. In this system, it's like you have a fatigue, and you can't do everything forever because eventually you get too tired to do it.
It makes you make decisions too. Like, do you want to run or
you have to think things out way in advance before you do something really
making
stupid.
tactical decisions with each turn. Yeah.
And another thing is you actually get to play with actual miniature boats. It's like
where else can you do that and have a fight on the boat?
And you got the water, and then you have the boats on there. You do boarding actions. When we were at Gen Con one year, the guys came up from Florida, and they hosted the games at Gen Con. You going to join us? I was like, well, I'm over here. My brothers want me to play BattleTech. I got that in, didn't I?
There you go. Oh, you didn't take your sit. Oh, there you go. Okay. I'm not on screen, but I'm joining you here.
So the cool thing is that here's the dice. You get 10-sided dice instead of your typical sixes.
Mm-hmm.
So you got more capability of playing. Gives you more options. Get key hauling for rolling snake eyes. Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Good call.
Very, very good. Excellent game. So if you never played it, give it a shot. Now the guys have expanded out. They have all kinds of different eras now, so you can play many different eras of basically Blood and Plunder. Go that route.
Yeah, I heard of that. Some of them are pretty recent too.
Yeah, they are. And here's a system. Flint and Steel. This is
that's an old one.
That's an old one.
And that's Bunker Hill.
Yeah.
On the cover.
This is the old American War of Independence, and also I have in here another rule book. Patriots and Loyalists too.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
It's like I used to play this in 15 mil we would play a lot of these games in 15 mode, which is kind of cool. All you had to do is have somebody that enjoyed playing in 15 mil. We went that route. The Flint and Steel was a very interesting system.
You could still get that rule set.
Yes.
I don't know that it's in print necessarily, but you can. I think I even saw it on. I forget, like Brigade Games or something. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
Somebody like that had it.
And every once in a while, this kind of stuff will pop up on eBay.
Yeah, you can still see it.
But it's like the very first time I seen it, you see it, like you said, the Battle of Bunker Hill.
Yeah.
And it's like the hill is covered in dead red.
Yeah.
They just ran out of ammo. That's why they took the hill.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting little system to play with. And obviously, I have to go with this one. You see a trend here? It's like as I went from older to moving forward.
I like it.
I figured Palmer would break out the musket and tomahawk, so I kind of skipped the French and Indian Wars. But Which one of those do you have? Do you have musket and tomahawks? Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
So I do like that era. It's like the French and Indian War through American War of Independence, up to the Civil War, and you have the Napoleonics tossed in there too.
Yep.
So that was always my jam areas. Loved playing, but obviously Dan and I have played a lot of this.
Yeah, we played a bunch of that. That's been my main rules system for American War of Independence, and it uses the I forget what the word they use for it. Basically, it's whatever their morale.
Yeah, you break the morale of the troops depending on the size of the unit. It's easier to break them the smaller they are.
Yeah, it's like Palmer was saying on Sharp Practice. It's not about getting kills, and you don't rarely do you remove stands, but you're inflicting. What do they call it? Now it's going to bug me.
Let me look here. Look at the.
Here we are. Discipline, they call it. You lose.
You slowly lose their discipline. They can start off
fit, and then shaken, then exhausted, then shattered, and it. Yeah. Yep.
You slowly whittle them down to musketry. It's like guys die, filling in the ranks. More guys die. They fill in the ranks. You don't remove any models, which is nice. Which is similar to the other game. That's that fantasy game system, where you just have the stands, but you lose the quality.
The fighting capability. You aren't really losing men per se. You're just losing combat effectiveness.
Like Kings of War.
Yeah, Kings of War.
Yeah.
It's similar where the quality of the troops go down to relate to saying, yes, guys are dying. They're losing their will to stay in the fight. So they stay there. Eventually they just crack and break and run.
Because that's what they said most of that era, especially like American War of Independence and maybe to some extent the Civil War. It wasn't so much inflicting casualties as basically forcing the other side to decide we're not staying. And essentially there were more people that died from, disease and other things than actual combat. It was more making them lose the resolve to fight.
Died of disease in battle.
Disease, then battle.
Typically, all it takes is like 10 to 15%, 10 to 20% casualties will break a unit.
Yeah.
Urgal was very strong in the musket era.
Dysentery
and infection.
Yeah. I mean,
he drank poorly.
I don't know how you guys feel about it, but like in the limited number of rule sets that I've played a lot in this period, I found the handling of musket fire and Native American troops to be crucial components for success or failure in the way the rules work. And what I mean by that is it is true, like, as I understand it from reading, Crucible of War, is one of the history books that I have that focuses on the French and Indian War. But whoever utilized best, like First Nations, Native American allies like had a huge upper hand, within the battle, like, and so that is true. And it is true that, musket fire, as I understand it, it had some accuracy issues. But
Mm-hmm.
what I found, like, let's say in short practice, was that you had some very restricted field of range with your musket fire and movement with your troops, your ordered regulars. But then you had a lot of freedom with your Native American troops for movement and skirmishers that could just outmaneuver pretty easily that. And if you had a player that didn't want to recreate a battle with mix, like just wanted to use all Native Americans, they were at an extreme advantage, like with the way the rules work, in my experience. And as a game, I see that as a potential weakness to be looked at. Perhaps if you're really okay with anything, really, then like if you like in reality, it's kind of is a little bit of what happened, and so maybe it's okay, it depending on the way you look at it. I found that in Musket, so I was talking about sharp practice there. Musket and Tomahawks, I'm kind of reaching back for my details, but in first edition Musket and Tomahawks, the thing that I found was Native Americans were also extremely powerful in the game, and they should be.
Yes, they were.
However, they fleed pretty quickly. And so, like, if you actually kind of took any casualties, they would do a calculated retreat. And the way I always looked at it was they weren't just necessarily running in fear. It was just like they were calculated retreats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they would coming in and then coming out, like guerrilla warfare. And so you could get them off of you by causing a casualty, and you had to get some hits. You know what I mean? Or some.
Yes,
something
you're right. You're 100% right in the way that game plays. Yes.
And so it's an area whenever I see a rule set. So if I haven't read Land of the Free yet, but if any rule set that's in this period that I have that I'm going to play, that I want to play, I'm going to look at those dynamics, the technology component with the muskets, and just how limited your regulars are and what they can do, and their fire and organizing, and then your dominance of the Native Americans and how it plays into it, and the way that the authors decided to do it. Because if you want to, the problem, it's just like in, anything, a game, you want to be to a certain degree symmetrical if you're just wanting it to play against an opponent and you're wanting to have like a competitive style game. But if you don't care at all about that and you're just wanting to recreate something, then it shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Like too much. But there's that fine balance of wanting it to be a successful game versus a successful historical recreation.
Yeah. Of course, there's other ways to balance that, whether it's force sizes or scenarios or objectives or whatever too,
Where Land of the Free, there's rules for skirmish troops, but most of the skirmish troops that we used were like I had the Jaeger, the Hessian Jaegers.
Yeah. Yep.
And they were, they're running around with rifles.
Yeah.
I had some pretty devastating.
I had some sharpshooters.
Yeah.
With rifles, I believe.
They were nasty. I cleared out units of yours that one day. And then I always look at, since the natives weren't as big of a part, and at times they were, but the way they handle militia is always the interesting thing for me, because that, a lot of essentially the continental side was a lot of militia, or early on it was all militia essentially, and how they handle that, because that's a difficult thing too, because they didn't have the staying power. But how do you make a game of that? Like you're saying with the natives, how do you make it realistic feel, but still make it where it's an interesting game? And it does pretty well with that here, I think. Yeah, we always found that the British troops did very well against. Once again, it was kind of realistic for the battles that were real battles and how our games played out. The British could win the battle, but they weren't really winning the war. Yeah.
Well, that was the way it went. The colonists didn't win hardly any battles. The small ones that they did, but it was just the other side finally lost the will to continue on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like your replacements are 6 months away. Ours are days.
Yeah, and then they just eventually you're like, it's not worth it. You know, and that's the way modern wars become too. It's just a war of attrition. Who finally says I've had enough?
Who's
It can take 20 years.
willing to stand up and fight.
Yeah, and it takes decades sometimes, but then eventually it's resolved.
Well, I got a couple more here.
Yeah.
Oh,
what else we
okay.
got in the stack?
Let me expand their back out real quick again. Ready. All right. So we have played a lot of this game.
Oh yes.
Johnny Red
Yeah.
and John Hill. There we go.
Yeah. See, and which one's supposed to be the best? Because aren't they actually rules slight rewrites? They aren't just reprints.
Yeah, there was three. I got version 3 here. I played all the versions before.
Did you notice significant differences? Because I always wonder if I picked up one. Did you just get 3 because it's the newest, or is one of them better?
They're very similar in some ways, but there's some different nuances to them. You know, it's like I would have to say each version is like, okay, it was before the era of mass printing stuff. The first 2 versions. This one came out in 96.
That's a nicer quality, probably.
Yeah, this one's a little better quality. I remember the first 2
Production
versions.
quality.
The first version was really just kind of like there.
Just stapled together. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just revisions of the same rules.
Okay.
That's the best way to look at it. It's just
That was one.
revised.
I mean, back in the whenevers, the 80s, maybe 70s. I don't know when Johnny Red originally came out, but it was like the rule set for.
Yeah.
I mean, I even knew about it, even though I didn't even do historic wargaming.
And the cool thing is, you look at the actual rule book is the whole back 10, 15 pages is nothing but advertisement of companies.
Huh. Well, that's
I
old
just look at
school.
here, Burkhurst Hobbies. I remember it was still in action up until the mid 2010. Then it went out of business. But there was all kinds of different companies here. I just remember
No longer with us.
Yes, it's like you look at it and go, oh yeah, okay. It's the same thing. It's like didn't have the internet, so the only way
That's
you
how
could
you'd
get it-
advertise anyway. How you could get your names out there and rules.
and then it's like you
magazines.
send a self-addressed envelope, stamped envelope, and we'll send you the catalog.
Yep.
And we played a bunch of Johnny Red over the years.
What scale?
15.
Yeah, I thought
Everything
you
we
did
always played was
mostly.
always 15.
Yeah, I thought so.
I did not play a 28 mil historical game until it was like at Gen Con or Origins, one of the two. And that
What
was
kind of year?
Napoleonics.
Okay.
Napoleonics.
Huh.
And almost everything historical I ever played until got into Easy 8 Enterprise.
Yep.
That was 28. That was the
World War II. Easy 8. You had Russians that are Easy 8, right?
Yes. I got Russians, some Americans.
It's your
Like
Russians.
when you played my Russians, it's like they were
here.
almost all Easy 8.
I remember that. It was cool to see something I hadn't seen before, you know.
And obviously, then we got the last one here.
There we go. I left mine up in my bedroom, so I didn't bring it down.
Yeah, I knew you. It's like I wasn't sure if you're going to bring yours out or not.
Yeah, I forgot. I thought it was down here. It's not.
But obviously, Regimental Fire and Fury. Then there's the other version. Is that Divisional?
Divisional, or yeah, because basically the regimental's the more zoomed in.
Yeah.
The other one, I don't know if they call it Divisional or they just call it Fire and Fury. I can't remember, but
Yeah, it's got a different scale.
same-
It's larger.
it's
scale.
and it's very similar rule concepts and everything. It's just designed for
If you're using it at 15 mil, it's the same setup for all the miniatures in it.
Yeah.
So you're using this. If you've got your setup for this system, you can use the other one too. It just means
Yes, you're just
it's-
scaling it. Is all
here you got set up in little battalions of, and then the other one is I think based on core.
Yeah.
You can set it up in core.
Yeah, I think you're right. But those look like a really good rule set. I've read through them
Yeah,
many
I
times.
played
and
this
we're still
before too.
going to get our
And-
game in.
It's a fun system.
Yeah.
Mel and I were playing a bunch of it back in couple of years ago. Now, obviously, he's not
Mm-hmm.
around right now because he has so much family issue. But
It's one of those that even their smallest battle that they have a scenario for in there, requires a bunch of figures. So it's one of those, takes a commitment to get into it.
Yeah. And we're set. It's like you have basically, you can play a lot of Western campaigns
Yeah.
with the amount of miniatures you have.
Yeah.
My goal is eventually have enough. I got enough. I think I'm almost ready to do a like a Gettysburg or something of that nature for
That's
just
cool.
for the Union.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and the way these rules are, the scenarios that, you can obviously do whatever you want to do. They don't have like a point system. It's all historical battles.
Yeah.
And then they've taken, whatever, they scaled it. So it's, whatever a stand equates in that, you use so many stands to get that size of a regiment or whatever. And it's all designed historical, and the maps are all drawn, on a historical map, and you're supposed to set your table up that way. And it's basically, it's all designed to be historical refights, which is cool for sure. They don't really have a way to, obviously you can do it yourself, but they don't have like a section of rules that kind of say, we just want to have a throwdown battle.
Yeah. That's where it's a
different.
set piece battles for the most part. But they
historical refights.
Yeah. There's the campaign books that have a whole bunch of battles in them.
Yep. There's many. Yeah, they've got other books and things that you can buy for scenarios and battles that give the what do they call it? What's that called? Basically your force.
Yeah, your force structure for.
Yeah, force structure, and it's all broken down, and it's all very historical and accurate. So it's they've done the legwork.
And if you read it, it'll tell you it's like each model or each stand represents this many troops.
Exactly. Yep.
So if there's plenty of skirmish battles that happened in the war that don't make it into the scenario books. So if you know that battle, you know how much troops, because they were well documented. Oh, this side had these units were all this number of men, this number of men, this number of men. You can set it up and then play that battle.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember, is the Western campaign had the Perryville battle in it or not?
I don't remember anymore. I remember looking through. I don't own any of the other ones.
Yeah.
Or any of the scenario books.
But yeah, it's like you look at the Western campaign, they have a whole bunch of them. But,
Smaller.
say a good example is, say, the Battle of Perryville in Kentucky, where it's well documented. They knew exactly how many troops were here in those locations.
Yeah.
So you can just set it up, and that's another battle that you could play. And then there was the campaigns before. Then there were battles that happened before the Battle of Perryville, as the guys were campaigning up to that battle. So you could do those smaller campaigns too, and just play out battle by battle by battle.
Right.
So
yeah, it looks to be a great rule set. I'm looking forward to playing that for the first time.
Yeah.
So what is your guys' I'm guessing we're probably not going to do the second topic tonight because we're getting towards the end of the show.
Yeah, it's already time to shut her down.
Which
time
is
to
good.
Get outside and check out the lunar eclipse.
Yeah.
The what I was going to say, what are your guys' plans for games? Is this the next game you guys are playing, or is there what are your when you guys get together? What are you thinking of doing?
Well, it's a good possibility.
It's a good possibility. We'll have to basically. I'm thinking, after Thanksgiving or whatever, usually that's when we start scheming what we're going to do. And yeah, because I know, it depends where we're all at the time. I know at one point we were all about Warhammer Fantasy, and then originally we were going to get together for this, 15 mil thing. So yeah, we'll just see. That'd probably be something, because I can get bolt action games, Mark and I at some point. So I'd probably do something with Rusty that we can't do, and whether we tried to pull out Land of the Free again, or I guess I'm kind of interested in that'd probably get me excited to add some more regiments to my ACW after you always get enthused after a game, especially if it was a fun experience.
Yeah, it gets the juices flowing, and you want to paint more paint.
So other than throwing some flags on my regiments, I've got a whole cookie tray full of rebels. So
Yeah, I have yet to even assemble all of my rebels. I have one more regiment box of Hessians I have to put together and paint.
Okay. Okay.
So if you need Hessians and I don't feel like painting them, let me know.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because I love my blood and plunder. Some good stuff. Drink, obviously,
Yeah, drink.
Battletech.
BattleTech, you worked that right in there.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Played Johnny Red with airfigs. We used to have a ton of airfigs. And that's what, 20 mil, I think airfigs are? For my son.
Yeah, I think they're like considered 20 mil.
Yeah, my son he wanted to do a diorama report
Like
of the Battle of
72nd.
Gettysburg, and we bought a big box of airfig stuff, and he
Yeah.
did a diorama for it.
Airfigs, are they actually 172nd? Is that what they're technically? Or are they
Yeah, I think the R20s.
actually equates to about 20?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Palmer? Are you going to be playing any, or are you still on your other game systems? You're painting Dark Ages now, and
As far as what, playing any like Warhammer Fantasy? What did you mean?
no, any Musket era stuff. Or
Oh,
just
Musket era. Well, it's not in the
immediately?
cards at the moment, but because I am like the historic period, I'm more in the Dark Ages. But I actually, it's funny that you say that though, because like when I pulled out these Vikings and I was like lining them all up in all the metal miniatures, and just it kind of reminded me of how I did my Grenadiers not that long ago. I did the Grenadiers and for French Indian War because I like to do a French Indian War painting project at a minimum because I have a big collection to still paint, and I like to do that as a minimum. It's sort of my comfort zone to go back to. And I thought, oh, I'd like to maybe do some French Indian War miniatures even before we had this topic.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking about that too, and so my friend Mark, who is on the Musty page too, and is the one that I play Great Hymn with. He's interested at one point in doing Musket and Tomahawks too, to try it out. So I definitely think I'd like to do that at one point. I kind of enjoy solo playing short practice a bit. I just find the settling in and just seeing how like the battle plays out and having everything out on the table to be kind of fun, and I might do that in the future. As far as gaming right now, I'm doing a lot of short games. Like I'm enjoying like
I noticed that
Song of Blades and Heroes. Like I love these games where I can just like have almost no preparation time and just like jump out of the house with a really small box and just play. And so Rumble Slam, Song of Blades and Heroes, Great Helm was really fun to play. Like a little bit of the DBA style games, Hordes of Things DBA were really fun. And I have some plans to play some more Pillage with a number of friends, and then I have some plans to play Test of Honor as well.
Yeah.
And so, and then one of my friends wants to go back and play some Epic Armageddon too, and so we were thinking about doing that too. So
well, that's cool that though you've got stuff any of those game systems you can play.
Yeah, and that's only like a drop in the bucket.
But that's really cool though when you think about it. That's how flexible these different eras are. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. But the fact that you brought this topic up has got me thinking that I'd like even just to buy the rule set Rebels and Patriots, like just having some more things to read among that era. I do like that.
Those blue book.
that blue book thing. Those blue book games.
I just have Lion Rampant is the only one I have from that. Right? Isn't that series?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I have Dragon Rampant. I don't have Lion Rampant, but it's a nice rule set.
I got
it's a nice rule set.
Pretty simple. It's not. I like it, but it looks like it plays out well.
It is.
Has its place.
I would like to shut us down because I need to run out there.
Yeah, I want to run out and see the eclipse.
The lunar eclipse is happening. It peaks in about 8 minutes.
Yep.
So. I think Chris says, "Yay, Palmer." I'm not sure what I said.
Grenadier.
You got it. Give a cheer. All right. So, guys, we're kind of tentatively planning in about a month's time to have come back with season 10. So,
yeah.
Did you want to get a heads up on the day of the week?
Yeah, just for anybody that's watching, we've for the first 9 years we've done Thursdays, but we are looking to experiment with switching to Mondays just for just logistical things, and so hopefully that won't be like a huge problem with our in many respects, like our regular people that stop by in the chat are the ones that I kind of would like to be able to see the most, continue to be able to hang out with, like Chris and Simon. Like there's just a number of folks that came in tonight. I don't want to like, I can't say everybody because I don't want to forget anybody and insult anybody, but it's just, we have a number of regular people that come in, and we'd love to see that continuing. But we're looking at moving towards Mondays for season 10, which will be our 10th anniversary of doing the show. And so, yeah, we'll talk more about that on the Facebook page too, but probably good to bring it up here right now.
Yeah.
So
that's the big change coming down the pipeline.
All my rowdy friends are coming over
everybody
tonight.
Monday
night musties.
Monday night musties. Yeah, that's right. Monday night football. That's right. Could be a conflict.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my.
All right. Well, I'm going to shut her down here, guys. So we'll see you in
everybody
about
in the
a
chat.
month's time.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you in the chat rooms and everywhere else. So good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Okay. See you guys.